beloved and holy and only child of our Heavenly Father, child of the One, extension of the One, come to have what you call the human experience. I greet you in joy. You have had the feelings of the energy of joy rising up as you met with each other, as you saw each other on the most wondrous technology. In our day and time, when you walked with me, we did it mind to mind. Here you do it mind to mind with a little bit of help of the visual. Most wondrous. And you are coming to the place where you know that you are one with your brothers, sisters, masters, teachers, small ones, large ones, furry ones, 2-footed, 4-footed, little feet of the bird-like feet. You are one with all of the creation because there is no separation. Exactly. You are bringing forth life in all of its forms and without form. For truly you have had loved ones, and you have been with them, and you have felt their energy. And then they have said, okay, I'm ready for the next adventure, and they have stopped the human breath. And yet they are still alive, and you have felt them, and you have wondered, how can that be? The body does not move, but there is energy that I can feel. Their love is still here with me. What is happening? And what is happening is an expansion of your understanding of who and what you are. You are the Godhood, as you call it, in expression. You are bringing forth life in all of its different forms so that you can be in joy with it all. In joy, yes, that is your motto, to go forth in joy, knowing that truly this is your expression, life, and when you decide that this facet of it will be finished, you will still be the angel that you are. You will still be the energy of God that you are. As we have spoken to you over the past few years, you are the stream of energy going forth in all of its expressions, all of its different designs and forms. And as you have tested for yourself, when the loved one has said, okay, I'm ready now to go on to the next gradation, first grade, second grade, high school, extracurricular, college, I'm ready to know and express more, and they have left, seemingly, the body for you to take care of, and you said, oh, gee, thanks. And I have heard that said, yes. And it is in truth thankful as you realize, make real in your consciousness, that life does not end with the cessation of breathing. That one you have loved and has loved you continues on to love you, and you love them as well. And every once in a while they will come and knock on the door of your mind, and they will say, remember when we used to do whatever? And you will say, yes, but where are you? Right here, because in truth there is nowhere else to be. All is one. So yes, you have to advance your understanding of life and know that it does not take the body to make life. That is what you express with in this slice of time, as you call time. But you are much more than that. You are the maker of time going forth to adventure, to see what you can do with the tones of the voice, with the movement of the body, with playing the certain tones on the keyboard, as it is called. I like that terminology, keyboard, because it is the key, whatever key you play in, to opening the self to express express, push out, to know, I am life, which is one of the things that I came to express, so that you would know it as well. For in truth there is no death. Get that very well. Take that and understand it and live it. Because you don't need the encasement. It is fun to play with. It is fun to have two of you together or more. But you do not have to have it in order to love, to laugh, to be, to think, to express. All of life. You are always and forever living. Wow. Take that in. Because in truth, when you get finished with the body, you will thank it. And in 1 second of time, less than that in truth, you are off to the next adventure. And sometimes you will write back to the friends and you will say, hey, this is fun. Come and join me. And the friends will say, I don't want to do that. But in time, in an expression of time, they will come to the place where they will say, okay, what's the next chapter? What's the next thing that we do? And you will do as I did. Release the body momentarily. It was in the tomb for a while. I got to express travel to visit the ancient ones that I had been studying with and say, hey, that which you said to me is true. I wanted to test it out for myself because you see, when I studied with the ancient teachers in the Far East, there were challenges, exercises that we did in pretending, coming up to the place of releasing the body and being able to imagine, to feel, to put ourselves into a different space, still activating the body, was there when we wanted to come back to it, so that we had the experience, the knowing, the confidence, the confidence, okay, of knowing, believing, and trusting that there's something beyond the body. And there is. And there is more. It is most wondrous how your advertising minds come forward with that which is age-old truth. And there is more. So you take that to heart and you say, it must be a piece of wisdom. I hear people saying it in a most reverential tone, and there is more. I want to know more. And so you experiment while you are still moving the body around, and then you say, okay, I don't need a body. There must be something beyond that. And there is a memory. Trust it. There is a memory that says, there is more. I have been there, done that, and I can do it again. And so you do. You fly easily as the angel. You fly on the tones of the music that you hear within the head playing for you, and you usher in what seems to be a new reality, and yet it is a reality that you are fashioning, as well as when you have said, I will do a human reality, and you fashion this, then you move on and you say, okay, what more is there? You have been asking that throughout all of time and beyond. Beyond time? Ah, yes, there is a beyond time. You have been there. You rest in that place when you are saying, well, I am in between lifetimes, perhaps, in between expressions of what life can be. And I want to know more, I want to be more, I want to go farther. And so as you will have a thought, instantly you bring it into manifest form. And you play with it. You have dreams. Some of you dream all night. You go back and you play with what has been supposedly reality. And you say, oh, I'm having remembrances of where I've been, what I've done, who's been with me. And are they with you then? Yes, they are. And you get to experience it all again in what you call the dream state, where you don't have to move the body. Oh, a bit of wisdom there. Because I don't have to have the body in order to be? No. Thank your Heavenly Father, Mother, God, Goddess, all that is. No, you don't always have to drag the body around with you. One of the reasons for sleep, as you call it, when you allow the body to rest and you are free, that you don't have to move the body around. It is a joy, yes, to move the body around. It is a joy to reach out and to hug and to feel the heart to heart. But in truth, you do not have to have the body in order to be. As you know, when I speak those words, there is a knowing that you have said, yes, I can feel that, and I like playing with the body. It is a gift that I have to play with. I can go places. I can speak with the tones of voice. I can even modulate it a bit, as you call it, in the various harmony. I can use it to bring joy to others, to rise up the energy even of the body, of the spirit. But I don't have to have the body in order to know the being of me. You are a most wondrous accumulation of experiences. Some most recent for some of you who have traveled to new lands and have lived in remembrance of, I think I have walked here before. And it would surprise other ones. They would say, well, you haven't. I mean, this is the first trip we've made. You speak to your partner and he says, no, we haven't been here before. But the truth of your being is, yes, you have been, which is why you feel a calling to go back and to see various lands and to speak with the people who are now there and speaking in different tones. And yet, there is a language that you understand, the language of the smile. Yes, most wondrous. It changes everything around you and within you in one small change, effort. It brings about the understanding and the realization of wholeness. Body, yes, and beyond, into spirit. That spirit goes before you, always and forever. Forever? Yes, past the purpose of time. There's a purpose to time? Yes, there is a purpose to everything under the sun. Yes, you have some good statements, some good quotations that as you will sit and do the meditative thinking upon them, you will see the truth that you, because there is only one of us, have brought into being to remind you that there is. Full stop, period. Is. And you go forth as the child that you are, the extension of the Godhood that you are, to play. And even in the most sorrowful times when you are only seeing this far, and that is what happens when you think you have to be in sorrow about something, you are only seeing this far. What about all the rest? Ah, is that why I leave the body? Yes, sometimes for a good bit of time, other times just for a daydream, and you say, oh, that was kind of cool, I liked that, wherever you travel to in that moment of time. You are the maker of your reality, lowercase r, and you make it from the reality of allness that you are, capital A, and a capital R for reality. You are that powerful. So, dream well. Dream happy. Allow yourself to know that you are bringing for yourself the most treasured of experiences. That is how one feels when they are creating perhaps something something new, say in the experimental test tube or whatever, and they bring forth something that has not been before that. And it is, Eureka! I have discovered something. I have brought forth from the God self of myself. I have brought forth a new creation so far. And you have this happening every day with ones who are thinking outside the box, as it is called, thinking beyond what has to be in order to be real, thinking what can be. And you do this in your daydreams, you do this in your wonderings of, what can I think of? What new song with music notes can I bring forth? What is my heart telling me that I want to put into words and sound? What is the new music that my fingers just have to play that music. And then the foot gets into it as well, and beating out the time of it, yes. You have examples of that in front of you. On a day or two from now, you will see that. Most wondrous what this thinks of, and then the body allows you to do, and beyond the body. Know you that as you have a thought of someone, and they may not be in the same room with you, they may not be in the same geographical location, they may not even be in the same country, but you think of them, and there is a feeling wavelength energy that goes out, and they feel, someone's tapping me on the shoulder. I wonder, sure feels like B.A., but he's not here. He's off in a far country. And yet with that thought, he is right here with you, whatever, anyone that you think of. You are not contained within the body. Wow, that's good. I was afraid I was going to have to kind of hump around in this body for the rest of time. No, you have that imagination that allows you to sit and think and read something, and for that moment when you are reading something, you are not right here in the room holding that book. You are on the adventure that this page is telling me about. Oh, hey, that's exciting. Oh, gosh, I wonder if I can still go there. Yeah, that land, that is one of the states of this United States, or this is one of the places within what is called England, or even Texas, and I can go and visit it. And yes, you can. You do the first visit up here as you're thinking about the possibility. And then if it seems to be a far country, you go to your expert on the computer and you say, I need to make arrangements, and somehow I will give you over some of my hard-earned money, and you will say, I have a piece of paper that maybe is this long or whatever, and that allows you to get on the flying bird that now flies very, 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 very fast, so that it does not take you what used to be, a lifetime, and perhaps even that would not get you to the far country. You are at a most miraculous place now when you begin to look at where you can go, what you can think of, what you can manifest for yourself as experience, what you can cook for dinner. And you get an idea in your head and you say, oh, that would taste good. You are creating. There has been said there is but one creator, the creator of all, but you are in his kitchen. You are creating day by day, moment by moment, that which you invite into your reality, lowercase r. Make it happy. I know that there are ones in your societies that are focused upon how bad it is. And it is there for you to see how sorrowful, how bad it is. But you also have the good things that are happening. And the happy times, the things you can look upon, where the heart opens and you feel love and you feel one with your brother, sister, whether they are biological or not. And you feel that you can allow yourself at least a little moment of happiness. And I suggest unto you that you extend that moment of happiness into day after day after day, until you have weeks of time where you say, you know, I really feel happy. I can't remember, well, it was a long time ago when there was something to be upset about, but I haven't been upset for, well, at least a day. And that is so true as I watch you. And you spend more and more time in that place of giving thanks. You have a holiday, a holy day that is coming up for you in a few days' time, weeks' time, perhaps, and where you will be thanking the Lord of your being, in other words, you, for all of the good that you feel. Is it possible to have some water for the body, perhaps? Either. I am not fussy. Well, I will revise that sometimes. Sometimes. But yes, the voice says that it has not had water for some time, perhaps some hours, and it is lacking a bit of the fluidity. Thank you so much, sir. Oops. Thank you. When one is activating a body that one is not totally immersed in, it's interesting. Ouch. Okay, enough examples. Most wondrous. The next time you take a drink of water, thank yourself. Well, first of all, thank the water. But secondly, thank yourself for the, I will call it invention, but the reality of manifestation of what you bring forth in order to enjoy, to be in joy with life. Water. And think about the blessedness of water. And understand why water is used quite often as a symbol of blessedness. When you have the small one in arms and you take him or her to the religious edifice and you say, I want this one to remember how special water is. And they do what is called the baptizing on the forehead, okay, as opposed to going out in the river. I suggest try the river for the all-over baptism, but I digress. Okay. The blessings are all around you. You make the blessings for yourself day by day, moment by moment. And you can live in the blessed garden of seeing everything that you bring into your reality as a blessing. Even if you happen to do something that seems in human terms not very blessed, and you have perhaps broken the knee, the leg, whatever, and it has to heal. I could digress here about instant healing, but you know. Okay. And give yourself the top marks for knowing that you are the Blessed One. You are making your reality moment by moment. Call it good. Know that you are the blessing manifesting the body in order to hug someone. If you did not have the body and you went up to someone and you were to give them a hug, would they feel it? Maybe, but not the same way. Right. But with the body you go face to face, body to body, heart to heart, and with some ones in your circle of friends, you know you have well and truly been hugged when they give you a hug. Yes. You even get lifted off your feet sometimes, depending. The hugs are great because they example for you the love of the heart that says, I want to feel. I have given myself the attribute of physical feeling, as in the hug. I want to feel that. I want to know that, truly to know it. And so, you feel yourself in sync, in oneness with someone, and you do the hug, heart to heart, and literally, if you want to, you can feel the hearts beating in time with each other. Try that sometime, if the other person will stay there long enough. Okay. You are creating your reality, lowercase r, moment by moment by moment. And if it does not bring you pleasure, change it. Yes, because you are the maker of what you say your reality is. And if you want to test that out, and I have seen ones do this, none of you, of course, that I'm speaking to have experienced this, but you can get up in the morning sometime, someone may get up in the morning and feel grumpy. Nothing good about this life. I have to go see the boss today. I don't want to go see, or the professor, or whoever. I don't want to have to do what I have to do. And you get up in a grumpy mood, and you're sure that that day is going to be not the best thing. Stop. Breathe. Choose anew. And see if the day doesn't turn out differently. Yes. I tested this out as a small one when I was, I will say, about 3-4 years old in your counting in earth terms. And I thought, well, I want to go somewhere. I want to do something special. I don't want to just stay here and play with the birds of the field and all those good things that are written about me. I want to actually get out there and feel something. So I did. And I was angry because I wasn't happy until I sat down. Sat right down in the dust of the road. And I said, I'm going to sit here until I feel differently. And a bird flew and landed on my shoulder. And I thought, well, that's really cool. Wonder how he knows how to fly. And he said, it's something in my reality that I know how to do. You, he says to me, you have a reality. You can make it any way you want to make it. Oh. A change in thinking. Just like that. So I decided, the heck, I'm just sitting here feeling sorry for myself and feeling bad about something, even though I sprained my ankle and it really hurt and I had to walk on it. Heck, I'm going to be happy. So I walked home slowly and said to my human father, Joseph, I hurt my ankle. Now, Joseph, I picked wisely, was a healer. He knew the healing power of allness. So he put his hands around my ankle, and they felt nice and warm. And we stood there for a moment or so, and he said, okay, now try it. And I took a step, and it was healed. How did it get healed? Oneness. I knew that my father, Joseph, was a healer. He had that reputation in the village. Ones came to him if they needed healing of one sort or another, and I had seen them come, I had seen them go, and they seemed to be happier when they left, so Okay, he must be doing something. So I tested it out. Later, I asked of him, how does one do healing? And he shared with me that which I already knew, but needed, as you do from time to time, be reminded. Do not give yourself low marks if you have to be reminded. It is part of the human condition to be reminded. You will write a song about that. Yes. Already have done. Okay. And so, my father, in the human terms, was very wise. Ones of the village came to him for healing, also for encouragement, and heart, courage, kur, encouragement, about whatever situation they were looking at, and not quite sure how to get through that in a way that opened the heart, that made one feel okay. But he had lived a number of years. He had experienced. He had heard the stories of the older ones in the village, and he was very wise in bringing forward other lifetime experiences. And he knew this was something that he knew deeply within himself. Healing. Healing of the body, yes. But more than that, healing of the spirit, to allow the feeling of spirit to be happy, to be whole, and to celebrate that wholeness. And he could bring that forth for ones and show them, even in the woodworking, that he knew how to take a piece of wood and fashion something out of the wood that he could see in his mind's eye, and he could bring forth into the form, solid form. There's nothing so refreshing as cool water. And so by healing, he taught. Ones, after some of the healing that they received from him, they wanted to know, how do you do that? How did you do that? And so, in his own simple way, because you don't want to and don't have to dress it up to the place where it sounds really good, but no one gets the idea of it. And he was a teacher. And so he shared, well, it's easy. You just know that it's going to happen. You trust because you've seen it happen. And you know that in truth, everything is whole as it comes. First of all, thinking changes it sometimes, and you just go and access the affirmative. You have a slogan, something like that. Access the affirmative? Something like that. There you go. Accentuate the positive. Ah, yes. I will bet that has been put to music. We will have that. We will have you play that, perhaps on the morrow if you are here. Yes. And it uplifts, brings forward in your reality, in your knowing, the truth of your being, that you are positive, that everything is happening in the proper healing modality and way. To know that you have a saying in your world, which I chuckle at, God does not make junk. Right. He, she only makes perfection, because that is who and what you are, the spirit, perfect spirit. Before you get in there with a little bit of the world thinking and say, well, you know, my back hurts and whatever. And of course, your back says, oh, he wants it to feel hurt. Okay, we can do that, etc. And you know how that feels by evening time, and you go and put the bed the body on the bed and, oh, this feels so good, just to relax. Well, of course, because you've been holding it in a certain way all day, it's going to complain. Would you not, and do you not complain? Of course. Beloved ones, the message of this day is to know that you are the healer, that you are already whole and healed, and allowing for the body to do that which it has been designed to do brings you to that place of knowing oneness with the spirit of you. Oneness that says, I am, and you are. I am having a really joyful life. I get to go to interact with my brothers and sisters. I get to see new lands, new customs, eat new food. Oh, gee, oh. And you say, that was hot. Okay. And to go forth with a smile on the face. Live every day. Live every day. Enjoy. You have that. One here in this room has that as her slogan. Joy. To live in joy, to know joy. It is your true nature. And to bring that forth. And if you are so moved, put it to music and share it. So be it.